Elgato recently released the new Prompter XL, so I wanted to talk about some of the differences other than the obvious size difference between the original model. Both are going to come with these step-up rings. That's going to allow you to put it on the end of your lens. And so they both have that. The original model had a cable with the USB-A to USB-C adapter. The XL now comes with just USB-C to C. They're both going to have these hoods that are going to go over the back, as well as different mounting options. If I spin this around, you'll see. Same with this one. So the idea is that it's going to be compatible with both webcams as well as digital cameras. The big difference here, though, is that with the original model, we're going to have a smaller mounting plate here for the camera. So if you have a DSLR with a larger lens, it might not accommodate that. And so people were kind of just hanging the unit off of the end of the lens, which kind of puts some pressure on it. So as we can see here, when I have my Sony attached with this larger lens, this sticks out too far, and so I'm not able to use this attachment. Now, of course, if I mount the camera on a little tripod here, I can actually take the prompter and we can hang that off the edge there. So that's going to work pretty well. It's important that you have a tripod where the balance is going to be a little further back, otherwise you're going to get a lot of tilt. So I found that this one has worked really well. And it's at a good height where it ends up being eye level when I'm seated. Now with the new model, we have this much larger, fully adjustable as well. And this is going to accommodate much larger cameras. And so this is constructed out of metal, whereas the other one is out of plastic. I can move this up and down there. And then on the bottom side here, we do have mounting points. We have the 1/4 inch as well as the 3/8 and another 1/4 inch attachment there. Now you can see with the XL unit, that's going to be way too big to hang off the end of the lens. And so it actually mounts a little bit differently. Instead of taking the camera and going, hanging this off the front, now with this version, it actually slides down. And then it's going to rest on here, and it'll mount, line this up as well as that. And that way, the camera sits like this. You'll be able to put the mounting bracket there on the bottom, and then be able to balance that on your tripod. Now you do want that to be all the way flush there, so I actually recommend doing this at the edge of the table. Get the camera aligned, lens aligned first, then put the body on the back here. And actually leave this back screw a little bit loose. That way, if you're going to adjust the lens, like so, that'll be able to slide the camera forward and back versus it being fixed in place. And then once you have it where you want it, you can always tighten that underneath. Keep it nice and secure. If you're moving this around, obviously now we have a heavier rig here. Again, this screen part is magnetic, so you can pop that off and make it easier to put it into position. And then what we'll do here is take the full rig and we're going to put it on our tripod. Now this is going to be noticeably heavier, so we do want to have a very good sturdy tripod. But here we have this all in place. So there we go. I was able to use the mount in the front there. Nice metal construction. Camera's able to move if needed. I get it in focus. We got a much bigger screen. You can see it at a further distance. And then we do have this mounting rail on the top. The first one has these mount points there, and then this is permanently fixed. But on the bottom, we still do have the 1/4 port there for different mounting. So if you're using it as a webcam, it'd be easier to mount it there and have a nice, good balance point. So now I'll get it plugged into the computer and show you the difference with the displays. Alright, so I have both the XL and the regular set up. The one thing I did need to change was that I went in and flipped the screen for horizontal. I got everything right side up. Right off the get-go, obviously, this is much larger in size. If I was going to do a presentation, got my Keynote here. I can see that much bigger, see it from further away. So now that you've seen me set up both the standard Elgato Prompter and the new XL version, you've probably noticed the difference in setup time. The regular prompter goes together pretty quickly, and the XL just adds a little bit of extra time simply because the frame is larger and you're typically mounting a bigger camera and lens. But overall, both are still very straightforward, and once you got them dialed in, you don't really need to adjust them again. When it comes to the real differences, the XL gives you much more flexibility. Larger DSLR and mirrorless bodies fit easily, even with longer lenses. And the bigger screen works almost like a full-size monitor. You can read scripts more comfortably, review footage, or see people in video calls without squinting. It also makes your eyeline look much more natural, even if the prompter is positioned further away. Now, I did run into two issues, and here's what you want to know. First of all, if you switch the device to text mode, it completely takes over the screen. You cannot click anything at all, which can feel like your computer just froze. The solution is to only turn on text mode when you're ready to start reading. Make sure your apps and your windows are set beforehand. To regain control, either use a keyboard shortcut to change displays or to disconnect the HDMI or USB-C cable briefly. When I set up the new Prompter XL in display mode, my mouse stopped working on the trackpad, so I couldn't move things around. I tried messing with the displays, settings, and it was really frustrating. I did notice that my Magic Mouse was still working, which I thought was kind of odd, so I did a little bit of research, and I found out that you need to change the display settings within your Mac. And if it's still not working, you may need to flip the order of the displays. For me, that was able to make it work, and now I can use my display just as it's intended. Overall, both of these versions do work well, but the XL definitely offers more versatility. Bigger cameras fit better, your scripts are easier to read, and video calls can feel a little bit more lifelike with faces appearing larger and clearer. And now that you've watched the whole video, can you tell that I've been reading this from a prompter?